Well, what a great way to start the season. 2-0. It wasn't the perfect performance, but I think it's about as perfect a result as you could want to start things off, because I think of that opening day, you just want the win. And when you've got a clean sheet, multiple goals to enjoy, really good performances from some big players, I think ultimately you go, yeah, very good day's work for Arsenal at the Emirates, beating Wolves 2-0. We're going to go through everything from the 11 to the first half, second half, some of the key moments. I'll be looking down my laptop, apologies, to make sure I don't forget anything. But I think we've got to start with the 11. It's the same one from the Emirates Cup, but just to remind you quickly, Raya in goal with White, Saliba, Gabriel and Zinchenko keeps his place at left back. Partey keeps his place as the 6 with Rice and Ødegaard either side. And Martinez starts on the left. I thought Trossard would, but I got it wrong. And Havertz and Saka. The two of them combined brilliantly for the goals. And I think we're really kind of the standout players. You've got to have Martin Ødegaard up there, and other players did very good things, don't get me wrong. But I felt Saka, Havertz, then I sort of include Ødegaard in there, were the players that really led things. Arsenal weren't at their most creative, fluid best. In fact, the first half, what's the story of the first half? It's really, in fact, should we shut this window? Because it's quite loud, isn't it? You don't want to hear planes flying over. I think the story of the first half was, the shots from distance at first, kind of good-ish chances, not great chances, like Declan Rice when it falls for him. Could he be sort of do a little bit better? I think you give him that shot 10 times, he might score 2 or 3 of them, but maybe you wouldn't expect him to score. Martinelli goes around the outside, and you're thinking, is there a cutback for Rice? He ends up actually checking on his right side, and the shot goes out for a corner. But there's kind of moments like that from Arsenal where you're like, I'm not mad. I don't think you've missed an amazing chance there, but I do think it was like a good enough chance for Arsenal to have done a little bit more and could potentially have been a goal up before they eventually got it. But Bukayo Saka shows his extreme quality with both his goal and his assist. But we'll touch on the assist first, because what he does is he puts it into an area that makes it borderline impossible for the goalkeeper. I mean, you tell me what Jose Sarr could have done with that cross from Bukayo Saka. He just put it in an area where Kai Havertz, he heads it. It's a great header, right? He attacks it and he finds, the inside netting, or that sort of corner part of the netting. But he also doesn't have to do too much. He attacks it well, keeps his eyes on it and guides it, because the cross does so much of the work. I'm not taking anything from Kai Havertz. I thought he was really good today. But that moment, is kind of generated so much by Bukayo Saka's great work and great cross. I think he does really well. And Havertz, it's good to see him in that area, waiting to attack, waiting for that quality that he knows can come, and he just nods it into the back of the net, and Arsenal are 1-0 up. And I think we needed that goal in the first half. I think we did. I think we've gone to the second half. The Emirates was already a little bit nervy, only being 1-0 up. I think it'd been 0-0 going to the second half, because we weren't creating loads and loads of chances. We had some good openings, we had some good moments, but this wasn't like a scintillating attacking display from Arsenal. I think to have that 1-0 cushion just sort of settled things for the most part, even though I think as we crept to minute 65, we're all thinking we need that second goal. What other moments should we mention? Was it a penalty in Bukayo Saka? Not for me. I do think he's caught him slightly. The problem is that it is a contact sport, and we're so used to contact meaning that we expect a foul out of it. But the question is, was Saka brought down? I don't think he is, because you then see him actually go down when he realises there's been contact. So I think ultimately that was probably the right decision. And Ryan making a big save. And when we said on the Goonerverse podcast, go check it out. A lot of the conversation we had there still very relevant today, despite the first game being played. Me, Nick and Shroy were saying, we want Wright to have big moments this season where he might have saved us, where there are moments you look back on and go, oh, thank you, David Raya, that was big. And I think that save from, who was it, Strand Larsen, took a really good save to stretch out his right hand when he's moving the other way. Cross to a glancing header, he did really well. And if that had been 1-1 again, that could have been nervy. And then, you never know, maybe Wolves are confident, they've got the momentum, having got the more recent goal, and you never know. But Raya had a big moment, and Arsenal stay 1-0 up going into half-time. Second half, quite a few moments to talk about. I think Havertz could have done better with the shot he put wide on his right foot, but it was on his right foot. I thought, in fact, let me just talk about Havertz for a second, because I mentioned him now for the goal, his shot as well. His pressing is unbelievable. Like, the way he leads the press and knows how to time whether to go and charge player down or not, whether there's an error coming, whether we put them in a corridor that they're uncomfortable with, we can maybe win back possession. I think it's the moments like that, it might not make comps, but it's just like really important work that helps Arsenal massively. He does that brilliantly. I loved some of his hold-up play. I loved some of his link play. And he played with a confidence today. Not everything came off, right? Some things were a bit frustrating, but generally, when he got the ball in the first half and he ran it, I think it was Totti, and just some of the moments, the link up, the passes, the hold up, the touches, they were just really, really nice. You know, having some shots on goal, getting to good areas, of course, getting the goal. And he rolls it to Saka for the assist. I mean, Saka does all the hard work, but again, he drops in that pocket where Erdegaard might be normally and gets us up the pitch, finds Saka, and Saka does the rest there. But I thought Havertz certainly led in that perspective. I might even put him in the title. I thought he was really, really good. So well done to Kai Havertz. Like, genuinely a really good performance from him. Again, like it will still be a performance that has moments in it that people will question and be frustrated with and say, well, that's why this and that's why that. But I think overall, on and off the ball, there was one moment where in the second half we won possession back and Saka attacked space, and Havertz he tried a nutmeg to maybe make for better room for a pass, when really should have just passed it to Saka first time, but realised that Saka had charged up the pitch. He kind of moves himself back into midfield and gets across and charges over to win the ball back and try and make sure we've at least got a solid bank of four in front of our back four, so that Saka doesn't have to rush to get back. And it's moments like that where the teamwork and the work ethic really comes through for Kai Havertz. So well done. On and off the ball, he was very, very good. What else have we got? I mean, he was also involved in the Mascara moment, the hand on the neck. For me, I think Mascara knows what he's doing, because I think when you've got your hand up to someone's neck, you're kind of leaning on them. If it were me, I'm thinking, oh no, this looks bad, let me move my hand immediately. It was almost a bit like, let me just wait till I land comfortably and then I'll take my hand off your neck. It was quite strange. So I'm surprised he got away with no card whatsoever. That's kind of my only thoughts on that. Partey had a strike on goal that went wide with his left foot. It was moments like that. Timber had a strike from distance. They weren't particularly great. By the way, Timber came on. I mean, the team ended with Timber on the pitch at left back for Zinchenko. Rice came off with what looks like cramp. I mean, hopefully it's nothing serious. It was being treated as cramp on the pitch by Kai Havertz as well. He was very involved, wasn't he? But he sort of suggested something to the physio. I think by the time this comes out, we'll have some quotes on it. So hopefully he's all right. And if we do know anything, I'll pin it in the comment section. But yeah, he did well. Declan Rice today, I thought he was good. Kai Havertz then dropped into midfield as Jesus went up front and Trossard came on for Saka. Good to see Saka coming off, being rested. In fact, the two England boys both came off, which I think is a good sign. They played their 60 to 80 minutes, whatever it was they played, and then they came off, and we were able to bring on Trossard and Jesus and players that were excited to see. Calafiori didn't go on, Ranieri didn't get on, of course Marino is still to be added to all this as well. So that, yeah, the squad's looking in good shape. I still want that forward, but it's definitely looking in good shape. And I think you could see with some of the openings and moments we had today where the space there to attack, you could see where a top-class forward, I'm not saying striker necessarily because Havertz more than did his job today, but where a top-class forward maybe punishes teams at times for the openings and the moments we created. But maybe I'm being a little bit harsh. What else is there to talk about? I mean, Saka's goal. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Havertz picks it up in the pocket, rolls it to Saka, who gets onto his left foot and fires it. You know, because I think the Wolves defenders come across, he's gone near post and the keeper can't really see it. I mean, it's actually quite central. He's not really found, you know, like a great pocket or anything, or a great angle. It's just the keeper's a little bit blindside, but it's really clever from Bukayo Saka, so well done to him. I think him, Erdegaard or Havertz could be man of the match. In fact, I'm not going to give one. If you want to know my man of the match, I'll do it in the AFTV player ratings, which will be out in the next hour or two, so go check that out. But I want to know your man of the matches in the comment section below, so you can help me you can help me decide as I go write my player ratings in a sec. A couple more things to talk about. I like Timber's appearance off the bench. You know, did some really nice things here, like on the ball. This guy's not a defender. He's a bloody winger. He did some really good things on the ball. He did some annoying things on the ball as well, though. Like one or two. I think one in particular where he gave away possession and it led to a corner and Raya had a word. But listen, we want him to be playing with confidence. And actually it's a really good sign from a fitness perspective that Arteta turned to Timber as opposed to turning to Calafiori for that left-back change. So that is all obviously very exciting. We didn't get the Premier League debut for Calafiori, but fine. You know, we didn't need to, so that's okay. We saw a bit of him last week, and he'll play more than enough football this season. More other bits to touch on. Thomas Partey. In fact, if I go through the team very quickly, I mentioned David Raya having the big moment, which was great to see. Saliba, some sloppy passes, but defended brilliantly. Whereas Gabriel, I think on the ball, I didn't really see anything that concerned me in any way. He was very steady and went long when he had to, went short when he had to. I actually thought off the ball, I think defensively, he had a few moments in the first half. We looked a little bit ropey, but Arsenal locked in second half. That was true of Saliba, by the way. The sloppier moments came in the first half with both of them, but then both really stood up, especially at 1-0, made sure we had a good platform. We stayed concentrated and kept a really important clean sheet. Partey had a weird game. He's the last player I'll touch on because, in fact, no, I should mention Martinelli. Partey had a weird game because I felt there were moments where I was like, damn, you can see how he knits the play together, dropping in, receiving the ball, the turning, the touches, finding, Odegaard in pockets. There were moments where you just went, yeah, only Partey really does this in our team. I think Jorginho can, but there's a way Partey does it with a flow that I think really gets us playing and looking really good on the ball. And our progression from the first third to the final third is really, really good at times with Thomas Partey. But then there were moments where he got caught in possession where, he couldn't chase a runner, or it just feels as well, and I feel bad mentioning Partey when I say this, but when Partey's starting as the 6, is it just me, or I think, who was it who made the point? Elliot on the Goonerverse podcast, Elliot, from Arsenal Vision, he said that, do the games not look a bit basketball-y when it's Partey in there? And I kind of know what he means, but I don't always think that's Partey's fault. I don't know. I'd love to know your thoughts on that as well in the comment section below. Martinelli, listen, had some good moments for sure, and looks dangerous, and his pace and what he can do is definitely a problem that teams think about, even if he's not at his best. But in the final third, and that final action, he's not at his best. He's still quite frustrating, but hopefully he discovers that form soon, that we know he's got, because we saw it 2 years ago and he scored 15 non-penalty Premier League goals. He's a guy who can bag goals in this league. We just need that confidence to come. All right, everyone, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like I said, I'll do player ratings on the AFTV website, and yeah, just love to know all your thoughts on the game, on the win. It's a really good start. I'm delighted. 3 points, 3 out of 3. And we can just enjoy the rest of the Premier League weekend. I'm super happy with that. I really, really am. Well done, Arsenal. Well done, Arteta. Well done to the team. Well done to Kai Havertz and Bukayo Saka, who popped up with the really big moments that we needed today. I think Saka probably edges it for man of the match because of the quality of that cross, but both were brilliant. So, yeah, good on him. And on to the next one. Villa Park next week, and I'm sure it'll be a week of transfer rumours. I'll keep you up to date with it all on this channel. See you soon.